What? What will happen to XRP after it is relisted? Will this coin go to the moon? Or will its value go down? After its fight with the SEC, XRP has been trying to get back on the market for a few months now. Thank goodness things may be changing for the better. Hey everyone and welcome back to Coins Alert. Press the subscribe button if you haven't already. Let's make some money together. XRP fell below $1 last year, and some of the major platforms took it off their lists. That scared off most people who owned XRP, and most of them sold it, sending the price of XRP to all-time lows. This coin isn't going down easily though. The SEC seems to be losing the battle against this token again. Will XRP reach 50? Or does the coin already have one foot in the grave? Let's stay here and find out. The XRP coin isn't like other coins. In fact, the coin was ranked third after Ethereum and Bitcoin, before it was taken off the list. Think about that. Without a question, this token was on a fast track to the moon, with partnerships that could have changed the way cryptocurrency ecosystems work. So what makes XRP so unique? Well, XRP is a cryptocurrency that can be used to buy and sell things online, and it only takes a few seconds for the transfers to be completed. The faster transaction speeds of XRP make it a much better option to other altcoins on the market. About 60% of all the XRPs ever made are held by Ripple Labs. More importantly, this coin has only ever been made in a certain number of pieces, so the value of the ticket will keep going up. In this blockchain, the transaction fee is very small, so it's safe to say that transactions are pretty much free. Ripple Labs is being sued right now, which is why the coin was taken off the market. Most of you who follow me already know this story. Because this coin is being sued by the SEC, big exchanges took it off their lists. The SEC says Ripple Labs has been selling non-exempt securities that are not tax-free in the form of XRP coins. Ripple Labs is being sued by the SEC for offering securities instead of cryptocurrencies. Ripple and its two CEOs, Garlinghouse and Larsson, are being sued. Ripple, on the other hand, shows that XRP has been called a cryptocurrency in the past to refute this claim. Before everything else, the SEC's lawsuit has been a wild ride, with the company actually chasing its own tail the whole time. You will agree with me that Ripple has a strong defense that could help them win. Without a doubt, I think Ripple will win this case. For starters, Gary Gensler, the head of the SEC, has been described as saying that Ripple is a cryptocurrency and not a security. The SEC seems to be on the side of Ethereum and Bitcoin, which made the Ripple legal team question their decision about XRP. So the SEC was asked to explain how they came to the conclusion that Bitcoin and Ethereum are not stocks but cryptos. That caused a heated argument in court, but in the end they gave up and let some of the papers out. As you already know, those papers are likely to contain false information and cover-ups. This is why the SEC is now under fire for going too far. The SEC recently went out of their way to get in touch with Ripple partners all over the world and try to find important information they could use against the company. If you ask me, that sounds like someone is scared of what Ripple is going to do with the new information they have. Also, the SEC shouldn't have gone too far like that, and I hope Ripple gets justice for that in the end. If you click on the bell, I'll let you know what's going on in the world. The fact that the claim is against Ripple Labs, and not the XRP token, is the most important thing about it. That being said, Ripple Labs may have to give up control of XRP, even though it is the company that created it, if the decision doesn't go its way. So you can still trade XRP even though the case is still going on. All you need to know is that the case is still having an effect on the prices. It's also important to note that the court ruled that this lawsuit will only have direct effects on Ripple Labs. Section 4 of the rules say that only Ripple Labs and its employees are responsible. There is no rule that says exchanges like Binance, Coinbase, Kraken, and others will break if they decide to relist the coin. That was made clear by the SEC lawyers when they said that the coin could only have been sold illegally by Ripple or people working with Ripple. Since this is the case, crypto exchanges can relist the coin whenever they see fit. Once every cryptocurrency market relists this coin, there will be a strong upward trend that could reach $50. The coin can still be bought and sold on sites like Binance, so you can stock up on it before it takes off for the moon. There's no doubt that this token has shown us over and over that it's not the weak type. The way the price of this token moves also suggests that it will be able to hold the dollar mark and go to even higher highs. So let's look at the technical study. Right now, XRP is strong around number 1, so we will be looking for chances to buy. They need to show that they are taking over again before we buy. On this hourly picture, you don't want to buy when the market is going down. The price of XRP is moving in a red channel, but our upper trend line is not yet correct. While we wait for a new swing high to form around it, we'll call it our trigger swing. If the purple trigger goes down, it's better to wait for that move to happen and then buy, after a momentum candle close by goes above the gray zone. In the meantime, XRP would be generally negative, and could still trade lower until the buy button is pressed. For a while now, XRP has been moving in this downward range. The next few days will be very important. Should we go down to test the area between 0.77 and 0.84 before trying to break the all-time high? Or did the back test in the low 90s suffice? If so, can we break out of this range and keep going up? Please let me know in the comments if you want to look at it from a daily point of view. We can now prove the Elliott wave theory with BTC rising above $50,000. This is because we have gotten rid of the weak holders, doubters, and bandwagoners in XRP. Wave theory says that prices will go up sharply and then drop sharply in Wave 2. Wave 2 generally has a retracement of 50%. Wave 2 always goes deep, which is why 95 cents had a hard bounce yesterday. We broke through the support line that went down from the $1.95 high. Wave 3 is even bigger than Wave 2, and it's going up, which is the right way to go. At $2 to $2.25 US, I think there will be pushback. But I think there will be strong opposition at $3.80 US. XRP's all-time highs. It could stay around $3.50 to $4 US for a while, or take a big drop to $2.50 to $3 US. However, investors should aim for $5, and day traders should aim for $4. Finally, it's good to see XRP going up like it should. Since most of the trading is happening outside of the US and the SEC case was a hoax, Wave 3 should happen at the same time that Coinbase and other US-based exchanges relist XRP. Send XRP to Mars. Remember that we're not licensed financial advisors. The movies on this channel are only meant to be watched for fun. Feel free to share your thoughts in the area below, and let's talk. As always, thanks for watching. Please like the movie, and click the subscribe button below. You can be notified whenever we post new great videos by turning on alerts. See you in the next